Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hashtag Zia here. I just wanted to bring you a quick update on the RAZR phone. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. So I've been using the RAZR phone for a few days now, almost a week, and I love the phone. Let me just say it off the bat, I really love the phone. Matter of fact, I remember telling you guys I couldn't find my RAZR, the OG RAZR, and here it is. I did find it, finally, and it was just hidden in a different box. It was not in a Motorola. I don't have the box for this, so it was just hidden in a different box. But yep, this is the OG RAZR. This is why this is such a nostalgic design because of that shin down here, and I think they have done a fantastic job with the design and completely nailed it. I mean, they have one Easter egg I just want to show you real quick, and you've probably seen this already, but it's called the Retro RAZR. So that's what basically, here we go. So I just wanted to turn the phone on and show you what the Retro RAZR looks like. It's basically the same design put on screens. So you can just go ahead and use these buttons right here. It gives you the same tone as this one. You can use these buttons right here, and as you can see, it's typing the numbers, and then you can actually hit that button right here to make a call. And then what it does is it pretty much just goes back to your normal screen and to make a call. But it's pretty neat. I think it's a nice little Easter egg. Not that I've ever used it, but it's good to have just to kind of show off what the old phone looked like right here. And just talk a little bit about the phone. So it is pretty, the Android on here is pretty basic, but it is Android 9, and it's not the latest version. The phone has very mid-range specs, so for $1,500, for 1,500 bucks, if someone was to ask me if this phone is worth it, I would definitely say no. The phone is not worth $1,500. Now, if you have the money to spend and this is your secondary phone, then and you absolutely must have a RAZR, because back in the day you rocked the RAZR, and then the other forms that came after this, the V3 and God knows how many different variations of RAZRs came out, which I never owned, by the way. At that point, I kind of moved on to Nokia, I believe. As a second phone, and you have the money to spare, then sure, go ahead and get the RAZR. You will enjoy it, that's for sure. It is quite a bit delicate, just because the screen here is plastic, and I'll tell you one thing though, that the screen, there are a lot of bumps and curves inside, so there's no crease line per se like you have on the Samsung phones, but because the way this closes is it closes as it closes. They have metal plates in the back, which makes it close like a teardrop shape, so it doesn't ever form a crease, and it does close flat. So I do like how the package is pretty small. That it turns into a really small phone. I do like that quite a bit. So that's definitely one of my favorite things about the phone, is that it is quite pocketable. It's quite thin, and what I don't like is that the battery is low, and I do understand why they weren't able to put a big battery in there, because just on how thin the phone is, they were only able to put a 2,500 milliamp hour battery. And to be honest with you, as a daily driver, this phone will not even last you 8 hours. I'll just tell you right now, the phone will not even last you 8 hours. I've been using it as a secondary device, and as a secondary device, the phone has lasted me a day. But as a primary device, you really have to use it conservatively to be able to get through a day. And the only other thing that I'm not liking is, let me just do a test here. So you have this right here, the OG Motorola RAZR, and man, that thing just It opens up good. It closes in. It closes. The flap closes really good. But over here, I don't know if you can hear this, but let me see if I can bring it closer. But just listen to this. I hope that's coming up on. I hope the mic is picking that up. But there's squeaking sounds, and you know, when you close it, it does. It is satisfying to close it. Not as much as the old original Razor, but that squeaky sound is kind of bothersome to me. Um, Motorola says that the plastic screen will last the life of the phone. You know, I don't know how many people are going to keep this very long. Although it is definitely, I believe it will be a collector's device. That's for sure. It will be a collector's device. But Motorola does say they'll come out with some. They'll come out with some different versions, like a gold version coming out. But as far as usage, it is all basic specs. I mean, one camera up here, 16 megapixel. It takes okay pictures. The chipset is mid-range. It's 710 Snapdragon, which is okay. Um, but I'll be honest with you, I've been using this phone and I haven't had any hangups. I've had like 15, 20 apps open at one time. Not a single time did I face a lag. So in that terms, Motorola did make the right choice in putting a 710 um, Snapdragon chipset in there because this conserve on battery, and the battery is tiny. I just want to let you know, if you're ordered this phone or you're ordering it, you better have a portable charging device or carry your cables with you because you will need to charge it. That's for sure. Other than that, call quality is great. It's super comfortable holding it on your ear, and it's really fun watching videos on it. I think the video watching experience is quite good. Because of the weird aspect ratio, you do get letterboxing, but if you zoom in, you see how much you see how much picture we're losing for zoom in, but that zoom in screen does look pretty good. But It has a mono speaker. It is quite loud at the bottom, so the speakers are loud. But you know, I wish they could have this something over here, a sound coming out of this speaker over here, which would definitely be a much better experience in listening to music and watching videos. But to be honest with you, this is just a quick little update. I just want to mention somebody asked me in the comments below, how do you make a call when the phone is closed? Because I was using the sleeve, Motorola sleeve. So it's quite easy. You can just say, "Okay, Google, call Zia." So you see how you can just make a call like that and end it. So somebody was asking me, uh, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you how you can make a call without opening up the phone. So quite easy. I think most of the phones you can do that now. When I say most, I mean Android and Apple phones. I think you can just call the assistant up, like Google here, Siri for Apple, and make a call. But yeah, that's the only way you can conserve battery. So like here, I was watching a YouTube video go up, and you know, this is the video that I pulled up. So now that I've played it, you you can hear it, and it should continue to play over here. You see that? So it continues to play over here. So continuity on a lot of apps are is pretty decent, and I mean, I love the phone. I really do. Like I mentioned, is it worth 1,500 bucks? Absolutely not. I mean, if you have the money to rock it, why not? I would have it if I'm a big fan of the Motorola RAZR. I would definitely have it. I mean, there are some features in here that I absolutely don't like. I don't know why they have it like that. For example, you go into Bluetooth, NFC right here for your mobile payments. It has to be on all the time. Well, that's a battery killer, you know. So there's a couple of, like Samsung, I believe, has an option where, or like Apple, you know, you don't have an option to turn NFC on, but anytime you're near an NFC station, it'll automatically turn on, and you can make a payment using your cards, and then it'll turn back off. I believe Samsung has that same option where you can just turn it on and then turn it off, but over here you have to have the phone, have to have NFC on all the time. Well, what does that do? That kills your battery. So that's just one little annoyance here. So it is quite basic, and you know, I was trying to forward this phone, and for the life of me, I was not able to find how to forward this phone. Because in the call settings, usually in Android, you have call forwarding here, but being that it's a Verizon device, of course, you have to go through their app to forward it. So that took me a little while. But to be honest with you, as far as day-to-day use, this phone is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit. I especially enjoy how sleek the phone is, how thin the phone is, and I do understand the compromises Motorola had to make to fit everything in this really slim package. And kudos to them for coming out with the phone. These are first gen foldable phones, and I do think, I mean, I think Motorola has done a really good job for their first effort, and I think foldable phones are just going to get better and better. I'm glad that there are companies like Motorola and Samsung coming out with foldable phones, because that will push other manufacturers like TCL is coming out with one. I believe Huawei is. I can't remember this one brand. I think Huawei is, but TCL is coming out with like a trifold. Apple has some patents filed for its foldable phones, so that'll be interesting to see. So a lot of people say they're not worth it because of the money, and I do understand that. I get it, but you know, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold is coming out for just under $1,400 with much better specs, and it's cheaper, $120 cheaper than this. So yeah, I mean, I think I've ordered mine already. I'm gonna get that and bring you a video on that. But a lot of people are saying that's still not super high specs. It's you know, eight month old specs for $1,400. And I get it. Sure, this is lacking in specs. This is pretty much just this is this is not a purchase you make using your brain. This is a purchase you will make using your heart, because the specs are mid-range, which is disappointing. But I can't really fault Motorola too much. Although uh, I, I I would say that they should have worked on the price a little bit more. But again, first phone, Samsung's first phone, 2 grand, you know, 1,500. Hopefully they'll just keep going down, and hopefully they won't stop. If they stop now, folding phones are dead. If they keep going, other manufacturers keep going, I think folding phones will do pretty good, I think. So anyway, sorry to ramble around along. This is I wanted this to be a quick video, but I just wanted to bring you a quick update on what I thought of the Motorola RAZR. Hope this will help you make a decision of your own. And if you agree with me, great. If certain things you don't, let me know in the comments below. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, be safe.